Hi everyone. Very glad to see all of you here. Some very important people in the crowd. Good morning to everyone and welcome to our session, Future-Proofing Traffic Management. Today, we will dive into how CSPs can harness deep network intelligence to overcome some of the pressing challenges they face in managing network traffic, maintaining quality of experience, and defending against security threats. Now, just before we start, a few housekeeping rules. This session is being recorded, and a copy of this recording will be sent over to you tomorrow with the Omdia analyst white paper copy, so you will be able to read it entirely. In this session, we will present the main findings and insights of this white paper. If you have any questions, please feel free to tap into the Q&A box, and we will be very happy to take your questions about your challenges, about your specific needs, or any other business, strategic, or technical issue that we can help with. So feel free, we're here for you. And I want to present our speakers. So I want to welcome Mark Steinman. He is the Chief Product Officer at Allot. Hi, Mark. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning and good evening. Depends on where you are, guys.
Thank you. And Moti Goldstein, who is our Vice President of Product Management, looking after the Network Intelligence product line. Hi, Moti, and thank you for joining.
Hi, Nir. Thank you.
And I am Nir Baron. I'm the Senior Director of Product Marketing at Allot, and I will be guiding you through today's webinar. So without further ado, our agenda for today is to discuss the Omdia Analyst Market Trends and Insights. So as you may have known, we have commissioned a report by the Omdia analysts that look deeper into the challenges and goals of traffic management systems and how network executives can future-proof their systems to tackle the challenges of tomorrow, like encryption and others. So this Omdia Analyst white paper is at the base of this webinar. Obviously, we will share the full white paper. We'll send it over to your email. Afterwards, we will discuss deep network intelligence technology and how is it applied and delivered by Allot. We will then discuss real-life case studies of leading CSPs from various regions and various use cases. And obviously, at the end, we will take your questions and answer them one by one. So without further ado, right? Cool. So to set the context, the telecom industry is facing significant challenges, particularly around the disconnect between data growth and revenue growth. And as you can see from this graph, while mobile data consumption is rising sharply for many years now, the corresponding revenue growth has not kept pace. And this discrepancy presents both a challenge and an opportunity for CSPs. So the market trends highlight the need for CSPs to adopt advanced solutions for better resource optimization. And operators are under intense pressure to create value from the data growth without seeing corresponding revenue gains. So how do we effectively bridge this gap? This is where deep network intelligence come into play. So as a CSP, you're currently juggling three major challenges. Firstly, revenue growth is stalled despite heavy investment. Secondly, the quality of experience, QoE, needs to be consistently delivered to demanding users. Thirdly, cybersecurity threats are escalating with increasingly sophisticated attacks that are targeting complex network landscapes. So let's see how we can address these challenges. Now, we know that some of our audience here in our webinar is telco-oriented, and some are enterprise-oriented. So this webinar is mostly looking at the telco angle, but of course, we have a dedicated product line and team for enterprise needs and solutions. And we will share much of information and other analyst reports on the enterprise market. So stay tuned. Now let's focus on the revenue growth. Traditionally, flat rate data plans have commoditized connectivity, stalling revenue potential. However, there are opportunities for CSPs to drive growth by offering differentiated services. As you can see here, by the T-Mobile example, application-based charging can be a key enabler, offering premium experiences and tiered services like optimized gaming, 4K video, tethering, and so on and so forth. To demonstrate, here are a few other examples of differentiated pricing models that CSPs could implement, as you see, offering high quality of service for critical applications or introducing premium data plans, allowing CSPs to tap into new revenue streams while meeting specific customer needs, like unlimited video streaming and data volume time-based data volume service plan. Now, notably, the data shows that a minority of users are responsible for a large portion of network traffic. In this real-life example, 20% of users are consuming 80% of bandwidth. And moreover, only 3% of users are using an outstanding 30% of bandwidth, right? That's 10 times their weight. And so by using network insights, CSPs can identify these high consuming users and tailor differentiated plans accordingly, ensuring fair bandwidth usage and improved monetization strategies. Quality of experience is another critical factor for both consumers and businesses. And as this chart shows, top telco IT priorities center around providing a seamless streaming, gaming, and video calling experiences. Addressing these expectations require precise and granular network visibility, which is achievable with the right tools. Security is an ever-increasing concern for CSPs. Next-generation networks are complex and inherently vulnerable. And with the rise of AI-driven DDoS and other threats, effective defense strategies are critical. So we will look into how deep network intelligence can help CSPs protect their infrastructure. Enter deep network intelligence. So deep network intelligence, also known as DNI, is an integrated approach to traffic management, QoE optimization, and cybersecurity. And as you can see in this Omdia analyst blueprint, DNI provides actionable traffic visibility enhances control over resources, and it helps CSPs monetize their service effectively. So let's delve deeper into how these benefits come together. Deep network intelligence provides CSPs with the power to detect and resolve network quality of service issues in real time, optimize network capacity during peak hours, and ensure regulatory compliance. But most importantly, it offers tools to monetize premium services, which ultimately helps CSPs boost revenue. Now, that was the part that we are concluding on the Omdia analyst white paper, where they lay the foundations of a blueprint into how deep network intelligence solutions should look like. And now I want to hand over to Moti, who will take us through the journey of deep network intelligence technology and how a lot approach is delivering such a solution in the industry. So Moti, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Neil. Thanks for the intro. It was very enlightening. And actually, when we talk about the challenges that CSPs are facing and enterprises globally, and starting to deep dive into deep network intelligence and exactly what does it mean? What does it mean in general? What does it mean for us in Allot? So where we start to talk about the technology, we actually look at the suite of technology engines that we currently have in our platform that comprises what I call the Lego bricks of the different solutions we provide, and I will discuss the solutions later on, but we'll start with the technology. And in the heart of D&I, we have 5 major groups of technology. We have more, but these are the main ones that actually power the Allot Smart Network Intelligence solution, and they are basically a kind of a central intelligence hub to assist us with the different solution, different features we need to provide. So we have our dynamic application recognition technology. This is at the heart of our technology. This is the engine that allows us to identify the different applications that are running throughout the network, to provide baseline visibility, to be able to detect not only the application, but sub-application. And when we talk about sub-application, it not just to say that this is WhatsApp, but to say that this is WhatsApp voice and not WhatsApp video. Because later on, we'll see that each one of those applications requires a different treatment in the network in order to ensure the quality of experience. So there's a lot of discussion around quality of experience, and it comprises from the ability to detect, to perform the right quality of service metrics over different apps, because each app needs a special treatment, and to combine it with a subscriber and policy control engine to connect that to each one of us as a user, and what's the policy we have, what type of package, which services do we have. So all of this needs to combine together. You obviously need a business intelligence platform to collect all of this data together and to provide CSPs with the visibility into the network from the network level, the user level, application level, group of users, network element or locations, all of the different slice and dice options you need in order to manage a large network. And of course, since each one of our customers is special and unique, they need some self-service capabilities, a DIY, meaning do-it-yourself approach, to be able to customize their own reports and how they want to look into their business intelligence. And last but not least, you need to have a very sophisticated and fast engine to detect and later on mitigate cyber threat. The first step is to have a very good detection mechanism. You need to identify anomalies. You need to understand the network and not to block, let's say, good traffic. And as the threats improve and start to use machine learning and AI, you need to do the same with your cyber threat detection engine. Of course, just because we don't have a lot of time, we only have 1 hour for everything, I will focus today only on our dynamic application recognition technology. I will present it, some of its capabilities, and will focus on what we are doing with harnessing AI and machine learning in order to make the Dart engine better, and we'll also present what we plan to do in the upcoming year or so. So talking about Dart, I will start a way back, because one of the things we want to enable our customers is to be able to detect any new application in the market. So this is a nice story. It goes a few years back already. At mid 2021, Apple announced that they are going to release their iCloud Private Relay. It's a type of VPN. And actually, we were able to identify these applications, this specific VPN, and to release a protocol pack. A protocol pack is a piece of software we release on a fortnightly basis with all the new apps and all updated application and detection capabilities we have, so our customers can always be up to date with the latest and greatest. And actually, we did that even before Apple have announced the official release of iOS 15 with the private relay included. So basically, all of our customers were already prepared ahead of the curve, and we'll see that as we go along. This is something we try to do on a constant basis. Same goes with Quick. Quick, as many of you are aware, is underlying transport for many applications. Its popularity is growing on a constant rate. And what we were able to do is, in the early days of Quick, we were able to identify it as an underlying protocol. We were able to identify different applications running over TCP or over Quick. And once it started its standardization journey, we followed that, and we were able to identify the version 1, later on version 2, and so on. And we also added the IETF Quick later on. And as you can see, it's already available many years from release 16. Continuing that, later on, we started to notice some of the services with obfuscated Quick, obfuscated in the sense that also the SNI headers were obfuscated. Of course, the data itself, the user data, is encrypted end to end. We don't look into it in the sense we don't need to know, and we don't want to know what exactly each user is looking at, and so on. Nevertheless, we should be able to provide our customers with the visibility into the network, what type of application and protocols are running there, because this will enable them to better understand the network, resolve congestion, prepare in advance the network upgrades properly, and basically to provide to their end users the proper quality of experience so they can enjoy the network. So these have been released in release 17. Another very nice feature, which I call it as the X-ray visibility. We were able to harness machine learning technologies and techniques in order to provide our customers with the visibility into VPNs, so they will be able to understand how much of the VPN traffic is streaming, voice, video, data transfer, and so on, because otherwise all you see is a VPN tunnel and you lose visibility. So we were able to provide this as well. So as you can see, we always keep our customers at the state of the art and with the latest and greatest technology. Later on, we were able to add additional features which started once the discussions about quantum cryptography started to rise in the market, specifically post-quantum cryptography, as this one is a critical item. We all know that the majority of the traffic, over 90% of the traffic in the internet is encrypted, which is a good thing because everybody would like to keep their privacy, to keep all connections intact and so on. So we're using the public key cryptographic system, specifically RSA and ECC. And with today's computer power, even the most powerful one, they are unbreakable in practice, right? Nevertheless, that's not the situation when it comes to quantum computers. Those computers that can process very quickly in parallel many opcodes, they can actually break the current cryptographic system. So those are very vulnerable to store now and decrypt later attacks. So, well, current quantum computers can do it, but we do expect them to do so within a few years. And the concern is that some organizations or governments may store all the data of a subscriber or subscriber group, and when the time comes and technology will be mature, we'll take this data, run it through the quantum computers and decrypt everything. So it's very dangerous. So many bodies, including NIST, have looked into it, and they defined a set of post-quantum algorithms, specifically including the crystal Kyber, for general use in order for us as end users and as network operators to be ready ahead of time and be able to encrypt all of our data in such way that even quantum computers cannot break them. But this has an impact on the traffic itself, because PQC algorithms has a larger key share. So the client hello is no longer a single packet. It could be 2, it could be 3 or 4 or more. And this may impact any network element that is doing something with the client hello, and those could be platforms, DNI platforms like ourselves, and those could be DNS servers or other network elements. So all of those elements needs to be ready for the post-quantum era. Although current adaptation is not very high, we do expect it to rise. We saw some rise once Google have released their Chrome 124 for Windows. Once they will release it for mobile devices, we do expect a significant growth, and usually it's exponential. It starts and then it hypes very quickly. So we wanted to be ahead of the curve as always, and we've added support for PQC to our Dart engine in release 18. It's already in the field. Many of our customers enjoy that and have a very good results. It's very easy to see the gain here, because without this capability, the traffic detection is not working properly. And we have it already in release 18, released and in the market. So I've presented what we did in release 16, 17, 18, and what's our plan in the scope of the Dart in release 19 and 20. I will touch that in a second. One of the things we saw is that from obvious reason, the trend of keeping privacy intact is still in the market, and we see the encrypted client hello, abbreviated as ECH, standardization in process. Many different working groups, some of them we actually participate or we monitor, are working on it. And once this is done and out in the market, everything actually besides IP header is going to be encrypted. So many of the network elements that rely on the client hello and SNI in order to get some visibility into the traffic, to allow traffic management and to provide proper QoE and differential services in the networks, will actually lose this capability. And of course, we want to be able to serve our customers and to provide them this capability also in the future. So although we think that ECH will not have a wide market adaptation, at least in the upcoming 2 to 3 years, some say even more, we do want to be ahead of the curve, and we've started working on a set of tools that are going to be incorporated in our Dart 2.0 engine to actually do a kind of a fusion, blend many machine learning and artificial intelligence technique to look into the data. And by combining different information we do have about behavioral analysis of the traffic itself, by understanding really in depth how each one of the application is behaving, by understanding and learning dynamically the IP addresses that are working globally as well as locally, which could be different. By combining all of this information and harnessing the state-of-the-art technology, we will be able to provide our customers with visibility into the network and to allow them to perform both traffic management, services over the network, as well as to protect the network from malicious actors. And we'll be able to do it. We already started the research and we have a very good result so far, and we plan to gradually deliver those features throughout release 19 and release 20, which are due throughout 2025. And by doing that, we can ensure our customers that are always at the forefront of network intelligence and security. Okay, so we talked a little bit about DNI and how we harness AI and machine learning in our platform. To be humble enough, we did not invented this concept, we simply use the technology. And there is a lot of discussion in the market around telco AI. What is it referred to? How can our industry leverage this technology? As, for example, LLMs may be less relevant to some of the use cases. So what we're doing in Allot is basically using those technology for different aspects of our platform, and one might say a different aspect of DNI in that sense. We've used that in detecting and later on mitigating denial of service attack, specifically network-based anomaly detection. This allows us to identify very quickly and protect networks from zero-day attacks. We've used this technology to be able to provide a QoE score very similar to MOS for video on demand, in which the traffic is actually encrypted end-to-end. But by looking at the traffic itself, the pattern, the different packets, the size of them, the margin between them, and so on, our machine learning engine was able to detect resolution and to provide score based on that and based on the different network that is being used and devices, so you can actually understand what quality of experience the end user has if they are watching video. As I presented earlier, we use that also to identify application type or category within VPNs. We use that also to understand and to learn whether a network is congested or not, so we can apply appropriate policies over it. And we'll be doing that also as part of our roadmap, as I said, to classify application while ECH is deployed, and also to detect layer 7 attacks on web servers and critical infrastructure, what we call server-based anomaly detection. So very strong technology we use for multiple use cases, and I do envision that we'll add more use cases as we go along and as the market need will rise. So talking about that and about the different means that we have and the different technologies, I want to move now and talk a little bit about the platform itself and what are the different solutions we have in Allot Smart that assist our customers to serve their end users better. Nir, if you can move to the next slide. For some reason it doesn't move. Thank you. When we look at Allot Smart, it's really the only all-in-one carrier-grade platform that combines traffic management with application-based actionable visibility and embedded security. So we are able to both provide visibility into the network, to be able to control, to provide quality of experience to end users, to provide revenue generation options, and to protect the network itself and its infrastructure. And DNI is the underlying technology suite that actually powers this platform and enables all this optimization and protection over the network. So I will go very, very briefly on each one of the solutions here. On the right side of the circle, the left side, we leave for another webinar on Allot Secure. So let's see what we have there. The Smart 5G is the suite of solutions for CSPs that are embarking the 5G journey. It is a journey, as we saw in the market. Many of our customers have started, going on this road. Some of them has chosen a path to go directly to 5G SA. Some go through NSA and then dual mode core and then SA. Different strategies, different philosophies, all of them to meet the different business need. And we have provided our customers with the means to go to 5G, either on bare metal or in a containerized environment with the right interfaces to the 5G SBA, and to enable them to enjoy all of the existing use cases and some of the new use cases as well. And I think that later on Mark will touch on one such example. Our Smart Visibility is a suite of software solution powered by deep network intelligence that actually enables our customers to enjoy a comprehensive network, user, and application information over the network. Either they can use our BI system or GUI, or to export it to their data lake. So we have different types of data export, different type of information pieces that can be exported depending on the need. And this will allow our customers to understand what is going on and also to build their own insights based on their, I would say, secret sauce. We also have our smart traffic QoE. This solution enables to actually control the network, to adjust the resources appropriately to the different needs of the different users, the different applications, and to ensure that the right quality of experience is delivered to whomever needs it in the right time as well. And as we talked earlier, different applications have different needs. For example, video streaming requires usually a high throughput, but they are not sensitive to delay nor jitter, while in contrast, VoIP applications do not require a lot of bandwidth, could be a few Ks BPS per second, but they are very sensitive to delay and jitter. So you would want to have some expedite forwarding queues to allow those applications, but only those applications, to run through, while other application may be buffered and shaped and the user will not feel anything. So different applications have different needs, and Smart Traffic QoE assists us to provide that. Smart PCC combines all of this power with a policy engine or interfaces to core network elements that provide policy, and also enables to perform different charging control, because you may want to maybe zero rate some of application, maybe do it just to roamers, maybe to allow policy to happen only at a certain period of time, of day, and so on and so forth. So combining the user data with the policy, with the visibility and the traffic control provides a very, very powerful tool for network operators to both optimize the network, but also monetize out of it. Smart Sentinel is a software product that provides a very simplified GUI to allow operators to meet government and regulations in their country. In some places you have regulation that forbid, for example, child pornography, so you would like to block those sites, so you have the capability to do that in a very safe and easy way, and this way your end users may remain safe while browsing the internet. But we also want to keep our network safe, and we want to be able to protect it from a denial of service attack, as well as protect the operator's reputation from botnet attacks that are being generated in their network. So we have a full suite of solutions to protect both the network, the host, botnet. We both block the botnet attacks themselves, and also we are able to identify their command and control. And we have many upcoming features in our roadmap, very interesting features that allow our customers to protect their networks and their end users faster and better and more accurately, and not the less important, do it with minimal investment in let's say manual operations, because everything is automated with zero-day protection from attack and multi-vector cyber attacks as well. But again, if you want to really dive into that, let us know, drop us an email, and we'll be more than happy to explain what we do to assist you protect your networks. So to sum it up, the Allot Smart is a carrier-grade multi-service platform, allowing our customers to understand what is going on in their network, to gain visibility into it, to control the network, optimize and monetize it, and to secure the infrastructure as well as the end users. And this platform is powered by deep network intelligence and a suite of different, very powerful technology and engines that assist us in building those different solutions.
Thank you, Moti.
No problem.
Uh,
My pleasure.
for explaining this so thoroughly. I think that we have sufficient time for taking your quick Q&A after the case studies. So now we will turn over to Mark. Mark will guide us through real-life case studies. We will look into 4 telcos from different regions and different use cases, and try to give you a glimpse into how is it done in the field. And afterwards, we will conclude and take your questions. So with that, Mark, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Nir. If you can please go to the next slide. And, as mentioned by Nir, the idea is to show, or let's say, integrate the challenges that you heard coming from, Omdia white paper, the capabilities that we have in our product, in our platform in a lot, and how these are, let's say, met at the field, and what are the value and benefits we are providing to the customers. So first example that I wanted to address is a tier 1 operator in North America. It is a 5G standalone operator, basically running a full 5G network, not only radio, but also core. We were able to replace the incumbent vendor there, who used to be deployed at 4G network. And now, since the core of this operator is supporting dual mode, basically also 4G customers will be migrated to the 5G network and will be served by Allot. The services which are provided by the platform vary from traffic management, DDoS protection, tethering management, I think it was mentioned previously, analytics, providing quite advanced visibility insights, which are utilized by the operator in order to better plan and operate his network. One unique capability that I wanted to mention, on the example of this customer, and it's related to the continuous capacity growth, as previously noted, we are able to provide and meet his requirements in a very cost-efficient way. So we have basically a single system serving more than 1 terabit of traffic. Okay, how we can why we are able to do it? It comes from several pillars. First of all, we are not developing, proprietary hardware. We are utilizing standard off-the-shelf hardware, and that's why we are able, of course, to negotiate better the prices. I have to mention that Allot solution available in any possible, let's call it a deployment flavor. So in this example, we are talking about what we call bare metal solution or appliance solution, but the same level of functionality and the same capabilities are also available for virtual or NFV environment, and of course also containerized or cloud environments. So the same capabilities as previously mentioned by Moti are available on all these different deployment types. So to continue the, let's say, cost efficiency of the platform topic, another aspect that contribute to that is our ability to provide multiple services on top of the same platform. That's what we refer to as a multi-service platform. So you don't need to deploy additional boxes, so to say, from the same solution. By enabling software licensing or software features, you are able to introduce new functionality within your network. Another example is the tier 1 operator in APAC. It's actually a huge operator serving tens of millions of customers, primarily on fixed network. So this time it's a fixed network. Their offering is tiered services for their customers. And what they would like to ensure with the Allot solution is that every tier is receiving, appropriate quality of service, and no, let's call it abusers or heavy users are actually able to hurt the quality of service of other tiers. Since the solution also here is provided, for the several services. So we're talking about congestion management, we're talking about subscriber awareness and application awareness for the analytical purposes. We are able to reduce both the CapEx and the OpEx of the system, and by that contributing to the lower TCO of the overall solution. Next, Nir. Another example is coming from Orange Sonatel Group. Okay, Orange Sonatel owns multiple deployments of multiple properties in Africa, including Mali, Senegal, and others. These networks are converged. So comparing, to the previous example, we are showing here not only fixed or not only mobile, but fixed, mobile, Wi-Fi, and business traffic on top of the same system with totally different, as you can understand, access types of equipment. The functionality also here varies from traffic management, through analytics and subscriber awareness in order to get basically more granular data on the usage of the system. One quite unique capability, which is required in the region, is what we call fraud mitigation. So basically, the ability to find and identify different applications which are used by the users, to fraud the system. For example, DNS application that generating or mimicking DNS traffic in order not to be charged for that, or HTTP injectors. By doing so, it's basically hurting the revenue of the CSP. So with our solution, the CSPs are able to mitigate this fraud, and by that provide or get a revenue assurance benefits. Also here you can see that while the project started with traffic management and fraud mitigation, there are plans to extend the same system using our multi-services platform into additional use cases, including DDoS and application-based charging. And the last one is a tier 1 operator in Italy, in Europe, which is focused on analytics. So, again, you saw that we are able to provide solution with regards to traffic management, application-based charging, analytics, each of one of them separately or all of them together. Okay, so this specific operator is using the system in order to get a very detailed and granular visibility into the application usage in his network. They have some premium agreement with the broadcasting companies, and they would like to understand that there is no illegal traffic being consumed or delivered through their network once there are premium broadcasting, primary sports games are going on. So this capability, or the capabilities used here, are around video QE, video quality of experience that Moti discussed previously, illegal streaming detection, and very detailed and granular data analytics. So to combine, all these different test studies together, I would like to summarize that Allot platform, as you can see, is capable of supporting different types of networks, different use cases. It is done due to our unique technology, the deep network intelligence, in which we are able to look into each of one of the packets that passing through our equipment and provide multiple use cases on top of the same platform. Having said that, it's not quite easy, but there are other vendors who are able to perform such a functionality on per use case basis, but being able to provide all these use cases within the platform and in a cost-efficient way and meet the capacity challenges that just continue to grow. This capability or this set of capabilities is very unique to Allot. On top of that, and I think Moti talked about the future-proofness of the platform, so we are quite confident that using AI and the ML capabilities, we will be able to continue and deliver the same value as we deliver today to the customers, also in the future, in the coming future.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Mark.
Thank you, Nir.
So here we are in the Q&A. So please feel free to submit your questions in the Q&A box. I can see a few already has done that. Maybe Moti, you can take okay, I see. So there are two questions.
Okay.
One of them is, can traffic management be replace buying more network equipment? So, okay, that's one. And the second one is, we have a fixed 4G and 5G networks. Which one is most suitable for traffic management? So yeah, I think the short answer for the first one is that yes, it can replace buying more networks equipment. It can actually defer network expansion for up to 1 or 2 years. So I think that's the short answer, but Moti, maybe you can take this one and the second question as well.
Yeah, I think you got it correctly. In general, yes, if you buy more network equipment, you put more fibers in the ground, you buy more spectrum if you're a mobile or fixed wireless access operator. Yeah, for sure that can replace traffic management. The question is that the right or the most cost-effective solution? And in most cases, it is not. Obviously, in a network, you will need to expand as demand is increasing constantly, and you need to go to next technology and next generation. Yet, utilizing properly traffic management may defer those expansion to some of the parts in the network by 1 to 2 years. And this is it's not just a delay of expenses, because it's a constant delay, so it's actual saving in the overall budget for expansion. And by doing that, you can expand where you really need that and not just everywhere. Can you repeat the second question, please?
Yeah, sure. So I see another one here now. So yes, I will repeat the question and give you the second one already. So the first one was, which network is most suitable for traffic management? Is it 4G, 5G, or fixed network? And then there's another question here. Can this be implemented in the Caribbean to their ecosystem from a governmental standpoint, of course?
Okay.
I guess they're referring to the regulator or something like that.
Let's take it one by one. First,
okay.
Regarding 4G, 5G, or fixed, the answer is that it really depends on where the business need is stronger. Meaning, in many cases, we saw our customers that due to spectrum limitations, the 4G is very loaded. Also, most of the customers still use 4G because of handset, because of coverage, and so on. And 5G comes with new spectrum, mid-band, or some even have millimeter waves, so it's not yet loaded. So 4G would be the proper network in this case. In some other use case, we saw some of our customers as a different tactic. They say, we are going to move customers from 4G to 5G, but 5G is not yet fully deployed. So we want to manage this transition. We need you at the 5G network. Okay, so that would be the case. Other customers that have both 4G, but they also have some fixed assets, and some of them also have fixed wireless access, they face congestion there because of the ever-growing need of coming from or triggered by many video OTT services that everybody has big screen and they want to watch HD and 4K movies at their home, and they spend more and more time watching this content, and also work from home trends. So all of this combined created a large demand for those networks. So in this use case, I would start with the fixed. So each one, depending on your business needs and on your business ecosystem and where you are in the different transition, you may start differently, and we'll be more than happy to assist you and to analyze and find the most suitable solution for your network.
So thanks for this. Let me just repeat the last question. Can this be implemented in the Caribbean to their ecosystem from a governmental standpoint? Maybe just, I'll just, you know, from the top of my mind, we're operating in over 100 countries. In some of these countries, even the government is our customer. So I guess there's no issue with that, but Moti, maybe you can say something about that?
Yeah, first of all, as far as I recall, we do work also in the Caribbean. And again, the answer would be it depends on the use case. If the need from the government is to motivate, and we saw that in some regions, to motivate and to bridge the digital divide, then yes, obviously we can deploy. We kind of interact both with the government as well as with the operators in order to provide the tools for them to enable proper service even in remote areas and so on, which connectivity is hard. Hence, the bandwidth is more precious and scarce. If
Excellent.
the use case relates to safe internet and to safeguards the population from unwanted traffic, then the answer is also yes. It's a different type of deployment, but we can do that as well for sure.
So thank you, Moti, for that. And to wrap up, we discussed the current market challenges, explore the capabilities of deep network intelligence. We have reviewed the Omdia analyst white paper, and we saw how our Allot Smart solutions are making a difference. So with that, I'd like to conclude. I've also sent within the chat box, you can see a link to all resources around enterprise and all resources around telco. So feel free to log into our website and you can see all the materials there, and some analysts, white papers, webinars, all free. And if we have, again, if you have any questions, feel free to you know, make any connection, connect us, and we will take this and answer that. So with that, I want to thank you all for joining us. Thank you very much, Mark. Thank you very much, Moti.
Our pleasure.
Thank you, everyone, for joining.
Thank you, guys.
And see you in one of our next webinars. Goodbye, and have a very great rest of your day.
Bye-bye.
Have a good day.